Hello everybody, Sara here from Blacksheepwools. I hope you're well. I am wearing today, because we do always get asked, a Bonjour High, which is a Ravelry pattern that I got a little bit obsessed with after I saw it on somebody else, and I made two on the trot. This is made in a strand of Fibre Spates, Vivacious 4-ply and Rowan Kidsilk Haze, and it's just really wearable and ideal actually for this time of year when it should be nice and sunny, but it's not, and I'm cold sat in my office. But it's good because it keeps your arms free as well. So that's the Bonjour High. Now, thought we'd have a little look at everything I've been working on for the past few weeks. There's quite a few. I did also do a little bit of on Amy's encouragement, a little bit of a dive into some bags. You may remember I stashed 3 bin bags full of yarn at my mum and dad's house at Christmas to make my lounge look a bit tidier. And I found one of those projects as well, which Amy and I talked about yesterday. So I've got that with me because I'm going to start doing a bit more work on that. So let me show you what I've got. So first is this Sara Stories crochet top. It's not a great printout of the pattern, I'm afraid. The pattern is available as a digital download and a printed copy. This is pattern number 10532, and it's part of the Sara Stories festival collection from last year. And this is, I think it's called the With the Band vest top. Crochet, really, really simple. Now, I've only done that. As you know, I went away with some girlfriends a few weeks ago. This was my plain crochet. I'll be honest, I was away with 9 girlfriends. I didn't pick it up apart from on the plane. But this is the bit that goes here. So I've just got the shape to. Really, really easy pattern. And if you haven't used the Sara Stories, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. It's a blend of cotton and acrylic, and it's perfect for knitting and crochet. And honestly, this pattern collection was it'd probably been our most successful summer pattern collection ever. We have sold so many of these, and it is really, really gorgeous. This one is done in stripes. I'm doing this plain version here. But honestly, Sara Stories is great value, goes a long way, feels fabulous. I used it for my Hoodstock cardigan last year. Using it for this, really, really impressed with it as a yarn. So that's the Sara Stories. I do need to get cracking with this because it's for Madeline. And as you all know from my Chunky Monkey jumper, she's a tough taskmaster and she wants to wear it on holiday. So I do need to crack on with that one. Now, we also have this bag of loveliness. How gorgeous is this? This is based on a sweater that I kept seeing on Instagram that I really, really, really love. I'm doing it in Kidsilk Haze. Oh, got a bit of I can tell I've been doing knitting this outside. I've got bits of the garden on it. But it is fabulous. So it's in Kidsilk Haze. I'm using Kidsilk Haze double. What I am doing, which is a great way of using your yarn double, I'm using a thread from the outside and the thread from the inside. And because it's Kidsilk Haze, it sort of melds together, and it's been quite easy to do it that way. So I am using 9 colours, very sort of ice creamy colours. I used the basis of a Rowan pattern to give me the number of stitches to cast on. I'm sort of making it up as I go along now. So I'm going to do a drop shoulder. I'm going to cast on the cuff, and then I'm going to do lots of increases around the cuff so the sleeves are quite puffy. And I think I'm going to get this out of 9 balls of Kidsilk Haze. So there you go. That is the back. This is the front, so I'm just up to the front shaping, but I am so excited about this. It's going to be big, it's going to be fluffy, and it's just what I wanted in really, really, really bright colours. So there you go. Now, I'm going to tip another one out now. It'll take me ages to clear up after this. I set myself a challenge last weekend. I need to go that way. But I would make, there could be anything in this bag. Oh, do you know what? All the bits actually are in the bag that I cut off. Look. Look at those. It's like a handful of worms. I've put these all in the bag because I actually thought that would be a really nice photograph. So, and I was also doing this at my mum's last night. I didn't want to leave a mess at my mum's. So there you go. I've got all these little worms. So I, last week, did a little bit of a live showing you King Cole Toastie. And I loved this jacket. And I rather foolishly last Friday set myself the challenge that I would make this jacket in a weekend. Now, I didn't succeed. However, if you were to set yourself that challenge, this jacket is very, very easy to make in a weekend. It's just I didn't have a lot of time last weekend. So you can make it as a long line jacket or as a short. I've gone for the short. I've changed my colours. I wanted to go super, super, super bright. I have done, there are 16 squares. I've done all 16 squares. That's the only one I've got left to sew my ends in. Look at all these little worms coming off. Aren't they fabulous? Mum, if you're watching this, I apologise because there are bits of chenille fluff all over your carpet. So you make 16 squares and then you whip stitch them together, which I started doing last night. This is one of the sleeves. It hasn't taken me, as much as I haven't done it the weekend, it hasn't taken me very long. I crocheted on Friday night for probably 4 hours, possibly the same on Saturday, and then I've really only done 2 hours since. So what's that? 10 hours in total to get to this stage. And all I have to do now is sew the squares together. You can crochet the squares together or you can join them on the final round, but I thought I'd whip stitch mine together. And that's all I've got left to do. I've got a couple of widening rows and then whip stitch them together. So you could make this, if you had a freer weekend than I had last weekend, you could definitely make this in a weekend. The yarn is gorgeous. It's very thick. You're doing it on a 9mm crochet hook. So it's not the fastest crochet, but the squares make up that big. It doesn't matter. It can be a bit cumbersome to get used to that 9mm hook until you are used to it, and then you'll fly through it. So these are all my King Cole Toastie squares, and it does feel squishy and gorgeous. Now, in here is something I started last summer. I'm ashamed to say. I think I might have a photo of it somewhere. Yep. Veronique, which was on the cover of last summer's Rowan magazine, magazine 73. And I took this on holiday with me last year because it was nice and simple. So I did. That was the start of the back, and then you swap your colours round. But you then start to do your shaping, and I didn't want to be doing shaping on the plain, so I put that on needle holders and started it. Oh, some of it's come off the stitches. Started it again on the plain. This is my problem. I don't put my projects away very tidily, which I'm sure probably wastes me lots and lots of time sorting them out. Let me just put my stitches on here. So my intention is, I am going away again soon, so my intention is to actually sit down with this, work out where I'm up to, and this could be my plain project for the next time that I go away. So that is Rowan Veronique, and it's in hand knit cotton, which is so soft and so lovely. When you look at hand knit cotton on a ball, it feels almost ropey, but it doesn't feel like that to knit with. It's really, really lovely. It's made with combed cotton, means it's nice and soft, and it gives great stitch definition as well. This was done in greens on the pattern, but I've done it on blues. And all you're doing is the intarsia technique, so you're twisting your yarns round one another. So really simple, really effective top. So that is Rowan Veronique. So lots of things have taken my attention this month, but let me show you. Before I open this up, I haven't done as much on this as I thought I would do, or would have done by now. It's the ruby socks, and I have sheep. I got really, really giddy when I'd finished these sheep. The sheep there were a few swear words when I was doing the sheep. It just fits over my foot. I know some of you have had problems that the colour work has brought it in a little bit much, but it does just fit over my foot and my heel. Look at these gorgeous little sheep. This is the Ruby Socks Make Along by Winwick Mum. It's a fab design, it really is, but it is testing my patience. I've not knitted a lot of socks before. As you know, I'm not known for my sock knitting. So I did one round of sheep, got really excited, ran around the house, showed Matt, showed Madeline, showed Scarlett, look at my little sheep, how clever am I? Sat down thinking I'd just got all the nice plain red bit to do, and then realised there was another round of sheep. So I haven't quite got round to picking them up again yet, but I will do. The intention is there. I am definitely going to finish these. Like I said, I've got a bit of travelling coming up, etc. So these are going to be one of my projects that I take with me to work on whilst I'm away. So I'm determined to finish these. I've just got to go through these pesky sheep. So there you go, everybody. That is my projects that I've worked on for the last few weeks. Take care.